U-E.
The podcast you have been waiting for.
6 friends, 6 opinions, infinite laughs.
You're watching History in the Making.
You don't have to open up your eyes, you can clearly see.
The number one podcast is GCU Week. 20 years of brotherhood. The Q La Familia. Raw, uncut, uncensored, and unfiltered. Love's opinionated. Why Eddie keep you laughing? Steve will get the tea while Shot tells us all what's happening. Spiritual or natural. I'm here for the thrills. And when it comes to PJ, y'all, please say they real. From quick hits, heavy lifting, the mass to the week. We getting ratings through the roof every time that we speak. PA, GA to the Aspens, turning podcasts into under-table has-been. Sports, entertainment, and current events. Sometimes we get pissed, so the crew got a vent. So when Friday night come, you know just what to do. Sit back, put up your feet, and now rocking with the Q.
Yeah. Let's just keep it going. We chilling. We wrote. It's like, nah, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on with y'all tonight? How everybody doing? I hope y'all doing well. You know what I'm saying? It's the GQ podcast, the Q La Familia. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. Yo, I am excited. We're going to have some fun, you know what I mean? Like, so anyway, let's get these introductions out the way, though. Let's get these. So first I'm going to start with my homie down in the A. Yeah, what up, boy?
What's going on, y'all? So I'm in the car for like the next 5 minutes, so I'll see y'all in a second, though. What's up, people? Let's have some fun.
No doubt. Then we're gonna go to the homie Bub, the Ficky Bub.
What's up, everybody? If it's your first time with us, we welcome you. If it's not, we welcome you back. Either way, sit back and enjoy the show. But before I go and pass that over back to Eddie, can we start? My Harrisburg people, can we start giving credit to Sour Cream's Middleworth chips? They're almost as good as the barbecue. Just want to plug Sour Cream.
As long as you don't say in public that they're better than barbecue chips, we good to go.
You don't count. You're in Atlanta. Do they even got regular any barbecue chips in the? He don't count.
they're mesquite potato.
So anyway, then now we're just gonna go down to the Pierre.
Wow.
Is that what we do?
Wow.
What's up, man? I'll let the real PJ. That's my guy over there. He's the real PJ.
That's messed up, man. You done took all my momentum away from me. I can't even say anything. That's just messed up, man.
My bad, man. You don't have to.
Can we run that back? Look, did you go run that back?
I can do it again. I can do it. Hold on, let's do this again. And next and last but not least, we're going to take it to my boy, the real Mickey Freaky PJ. Let's go.
Hello, everybody.
No.
You ruined it, man.
I'm sorry, bro. You know what I mean? I had to. It's just something in me. Sometimes when they come to you, I just, I get a little upset. No, I'm tripping.
I understand.
No, man. Listen, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on to Bub so we can get us going down this timeline of these events we're talking about.
Word. So tonight's show, we have a few things that we want to discuss. First thing, Shad, are you going to throw up the first quick hit we have for tonight?
Yeah, we gotta do a little celebratory thing for the upcoming Justice Ketanji Brown. So let's rock that one first.
That's the Shad. Well, congratulations.
Trying to rock.
Judge Jackson has a marvelous legal education. She has a vast practical experience, something I think is a real plus. I will vote no.
I can say definitively that I like her. I think she's a good person, but I cannot support her.
She seems like a wonderful human being. She comes with some impressive qualifications academically and professionally. I will vote no.
And indeed, she has a very impressive resume. I am certainly going to vote no.
I mean, she's the realization of an American dream. So I will not be supporting her nomination.
I enjoyed the opportunity to meet her family. They obviously are and should be proud of her achievements. I can't support her nomination.
Very gifted person. She's fought hard to be where she's at in life. I'll vote no. I'm the first time I've ever voted against any Supreme Court nominee.
Why am I not surprised that was his first time voting against any Supreme Court nominee?
Yeah, he should have saved that one.
Yeah, like
he made himself look bad.
I mean, he's old as hell. He gonna die soon, so fuck him. But
oh my god.
But I mean, because you know, like, yeah, because he was, like you said, he couldn't even hide his blatant, like, you know, and that's the thing, like I didn't know how to really take that video at first. Like, is it like a comedy? Like, was it like a comedy reel, or was it just an attempt to blatantly show like how
disrespectful?
Goofy, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. First, can I just say congratulations to her on getting the nomination? But with between the music and everybody praising her and then saying I'm gonna vote no, and then that guy at the end, I don't know what to say for that. Like, what y'all feel? Like, what do you think? Like,
yo, seriously, that's like you, like, you know what I'm saying? Say you making out with your lady and shit, right? And, y'all just go going through the motion.
That's the first place you go.
And you and it'll be like, I've had better.
Yo, that was definitely like, what? Like,
but nah, yo, listen, I just want to say congratulations, man. But I agree with you in that video. I was like, damn, why are they hating? Then I'm just, what is this? A spoof? Like, what is this? But yeah, man.
Yo, the crazy thing about it, like, when I really looked at it, for her, that's her entire life has been going to that moment.
Yeah.
And that's like the biggest seat that you can sit in the country. So she's there for the rest of her life, and everybody that said they're gonna vote no gotta fight for their seat every 4 or 6 years.
Right.
So you gotta go out and politic for your seat. She's there forever. So as whatever y'all want to call her, say no as much as you want to, you gotta call her Justice for the rest of her life. Period. And now she gets to dictate what it is that you want to do. So you pull some BS by her desk, she gets to tell you no, and that's where the hammer drops.
Yeah, every time something
and
like this,
Cruz is mad because she's smarter than him. They went to school together, and she had better grades than him and had better achievements.
Oh, but he's a dummy. He should be on the block list too.
Yeah, because he's only famous for his wife being called ugly.
But every time we come across something like this, and we congratulate somebody for being the first black person or the first woman, it's like the saddest thing ever. Because like, think about how long we've been a civilized country. You know what I mean? And we are still doing
allegedly.
Well, yeah, right. But we're still having our first black people to do things. That's just ridiculous to me, man. It's 2022, and this is the first black woman to be on the Supreme Court. That's crazy.
It is
crazy.
But are you
the
shocked?
irony is the first
not at all.
The first woman and first black woman vice president was the one, you know, like, and it's like, to your point, PJ, yeah, it's a lot, but we know, but that's what, as a black person, what keeps you in a constant reminder of how far we've come, but we still have so far to go because of like, again, like our parents, like for me, my dad's, you know, 70 years, about to be 70 years old. You know, civil rights movement was during his lifetime. So for us, you know, like, and we're in our 40s. So where it's at with this being the first, it ain't that far.
Wait.
I'm not 40 yet.
I'm 40.
Yo,
I'm 39.
Let me just say that. Let me say this to y'all though. Y'all too old to be acting like y'all still have half ages. You know what I mean? Like y'all sound like I'm 13. I'm 13 and a half.
I
give it up.
39
like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, right. You can do it. Shad has to let it go. You're in your 40s.
Nah,
so, like, you know what I mean? Like
I'm 14.
Like, give it over
until December 5th.
Shad,
I'm 14.
Shad, you're not 13 and a half.
At 41.
Shad,
whatever.
You sound like you're 17 and a half and trying to get a pack of cigarettes. You know what I mean? Give it up. You're 40. You're the whole way in there, son.
Oh man, that's funny as hell, yeah.
But yeah, it's glad. I hope this manifests into something though, not just being like the first. With the fact that it's the first, but I hope it manifests into something more because we already had Clarence Thomas in there. We thought like, okay, after Thurgood Marshall having him in there, and then we seen like, oh, he's not really for us, and he's with the other shits. So hopefully, with her nomination, it leads into things that's going to help push this narrative even further along, and there will be a lot more first and a lot more things that are going to be towards our favor. So,
sure,
yeah, absolutely. I think the downside of it is just the fact that nomination or to go through the nomination process and dealing with like the dumb questions they was asking.
Wow.
Bro. I was thinking, is that mine?
Nah, that's his thing. Like, he's still getting there. So, what else do y'all feel about the situation, other than the fact that, like you said, PJ, like that was a very valid point. The fact that it's, that far removed, that she's, we're in a land of, a time of first. But, do you have anything else on it, Eddie?
Yeah, hold on. I'd rather those people that we just saw, instead of just talking about how great she is and then saying no, I'd rather them just be honest and be like, I mean, like, I ain't really like her. She's black. I'm not voting for her. You know what I mean? Instead of be like, she has a beautiful family. They should be proud of her. But no, that's just
most of it was too. She's a girl. Forget her.
Right.
Fuck her.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Right.
Like, I agree with you on that, man. Like, it's funny. I was thinking that, like, just be honest, man. You can respect the person more. I don't know if respect is. I can appreciate it more if you're honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you being you.
Yeah.
I guess I can respect it actually. Like, you ain't trying to hide it. You ain't sugarcoating it. You know what I mean?
Nah, Mitt Romney gets all my support moving forward.
Huh?
I said Mitt Romney gets all my support moving forward. I can appreciate that dude.
Why is that?
Because he
voted for her.
Yeah, they was telling him to say no. He was like, I'm not telling her no. She's like the most qualified person you had in this court. Why would I say no?
Dope. It's definitely dope. Like, you always need that, man. Somebody got to
put an honesty over top of party.
Yeah.
All right, we can get off that now.
That's enough for Ketanji. Congrats from the Q.
Definitely, congrats.
You know what I mean? So let's go on to some
Hold up, real quick, shot. PJ brought up a valid point when y'all mentioned Ted Cruz. We're going to discuss later on in this episode about our block list. Can we lean towards putting him as a nomination towards this list sooner or later? Because Ted's goofy ass is going to fit under the criteria that we go break down to people later. So I definitely think we should start get ready to toss him on there. Can we think about that? Like, is he definitely
next week? Let's put him on next week. We're gonna go through his confirmation for the block list.
No doubt.
All right, let's
go ahead.
Say somebody that should be blocked. When I die, y'all better not do it.
I told you that I never thought it down.
Well, I'll just say I just think that's creepy as hell. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want to be around it. Like, and for y'all people that don't know what that was or picked up on it, it was the young guy that I guess he got robbed and got killed or something in Maryland or DC.
Yeah.
And that was his funeral. That was his actual going home service. He was dead on stage. What's the word? Embalmed. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
you good. Yeah.
Like stiff, chilling, and they're just in the club. Like, oh yeah, this is what it is. I want no parts of that. I don't want to even go to that. So if one of y'all ever have something like that in your will, I'm not coming. Like, I'll visit your grave after the situation. You know what I mean? Like, we are good. Like, that's ridiculous, man. But that's how I feel. I just think it's creepy. I'm very uncomfortable with it. You know what I mean? I'm very uncomfortable with it.
I don't even know if everybody knew that's what they were going to, though. Yeah, I mean, because if you told me he was having a memorial service at a club, I'm like, all right, I'll go. They're gonna play some of his music, but not him dead on stage.
Can I pause you for a second? Can I pause you for a second? Because you said something that made me think. It's just like us to say, yeah, come to the homegoing party at the club, and we surprise, he's here. He's here. Surprise.
Surprise.
Surprise, all right. Surprise, my mother.
I don't walk in like, oh. What is this?
The crazy what's crazy is when you walk in and you see that, you think like, oh, is that a wax figure? That's a real nice sculpt they did of him. And then you see that's really him. They're like, nah, that's only one. That's really him embalmed. You like, what? Like, that's beyond creepy. Like,
yeah.
And they charge people $40 to get in too.
I mean, I guess it's for a good purpose. Maybe that helped towards the service.
If you pay $40 to get in, that's your fault.
Yo, funerals cost money. So, you got to recoup that money back to have people just dancing.
And I know, they got charged a pretty penny to do that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, that's cheaper. I mean, hey, and plus the GoFundMe money's different. So, that's a hell of a thing, man. Like, to have him, like, Nina was telling me that there's a movie that idea came from. And then, like, even I seen somewhere,
Weekend at Bernie's?
Nah, not Weekend at Bernie's. But there's an actual movie where there's something similar to that. Like, there's actually like an artist on stage, and she couldn't think of it, but somebody else ran it by me too. But I even read somewhere where they said that like, I guess it's kind of traditional in a sense where in some cultures, how they would keep the body there and celebrate. It's just that this is not a traditional club. You know what I mean? Like, where people celebrate, where people like, I mean, I don't know what culture it is, but it's just so weird knowing the fact that people are getting dressed and drunk to go celebrate an embalmed body is different than, because that's at a club, and then having like hanging up from the wall, you know what I mean, with the Weekend at Bernie's shoulders is a little different.
Yo, I promise y'all do that shit. I ain't coming to the club.
I ain't coming, man. You get a. I'll post on social media.
I ain't posting that on social media.
I ain't coming to your job.
Nah,
I ain't coming to your job, bro.
But like, that's your friend? Nah, I don't know that nigga. I don't know.
Yo, just think. I mean, really, just think, right? We hypothetically, I guess it would have to be somebody we all cool with, right? And how we all, it's messed up. Death is messed up, and you know what I mean. Anytime you got to go through that whole experience, and then it's like, oh, let's all go to this. We're gonna have a party at this club for him or whatever. All right, friends and family drinking. We can all get down, hang and bang and reminisce. And then you just walk in, and you just see this person on the stage. I'm like, I have to ask you, yo, cuz, is that him, cuz? Because that's not him, is it?
Right.
Hold on, cuz, let's go close so we can. I gotta get a better view of this.
You're gonna go close? Nah.
I mean, I just want to see. I don't want to go close. You're right. I don't want to really, but I just want to see. I gotta. Is this real?
Nah.
First of all,
pass.
I don't know how do you sell that to people? You know what I mean? Like you
don't
said.
Tell
I think
them.
I'm with PJ.
There's no way. There's no way you tell somebody.
They're under the impression it's a celebration of life where they're just going to play his music at a club. To have his body there, it has to be startling in a sense. Like, in true Black people form, hey, I already picked it in. Fuck it, I might as well dance and shake my ass a little bit and get on. Because
I'd have lost my $40 that night.
Yo, let me fuck a few of these comments real quick, guys. So I got these first three from Mo. First one says, "Wait, I wonder if they did a burial afterwards." And then the The second necklace said $40, and they probably ain't even having funeral food.
Oh
And then her necklace,
oh my God.
She said, "I've met
Galloway
Southerners who
says.
take pictures of bodies in the caskets." That's kind of weird to me too, but
I've
we'll
seen
touch
people
that in a
do
second.
that.
And then last but not least, we got our homie Young Sosa said people have wakes at the deceased house and sometimes favorite bar. So on that one, real quick, I get that. I understand that. It's just so when you see a dead body posted up on the stage, this is a little out of the ordinary. So
Right.
weird. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a little different than it's laying in the coffin.
It's weird, cuz like it's real weird.
And a
like,
hoodie, some jeans,
what I'm
and some,
used to.
Yo, sitting there like
not like this. I don't want to make fun of the fact that this man is dead and he was murdered, but I want to acknowledge. But the fact that he was
his ass in the club. This is their
that he was pinned up on a wall in a club is what's catching me by. And then, like I said, to have the weekend at Bernie's shoulders is just crazy. Like,
yo, but the crazy shit is like if the bass is like really hitting in the club and like his head going like this.
Oh, come on, Shaz.
See, I was trying not to see
on,
PJ.
Man.
Like,
See?
right? He can't help himself neither. He can't help himself. Like, nah, you definitely not, man. Like, you deep.
808 some heartbreak.
Yo, you deep.
Speaking of some disrespectful club shit, let's take care of this dude real quick.
Evidence because there was no crime.
Who we got?
There is nothing to charge me for. Or no, shut the fuck up for a second. Hey, listen. No. As many times as you jump on that shit, I'm gonna check your mom as long as it takes. When you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'm gonna stop saying something. Ain't no motherfucking case, ain't never been no motherfucking case, cause I ain't did nothing wrong, and my wife ain't did nothing wrong. And if you keep on playing with me, nigga, I'm gonna continue to confront you publicly, verbally.
First of all, happy Award Day. We've never had a forum on crime. T.I. is innocent. I truly believe that for him. There is no charge.
I don't want to hear that. Don't play with me about that.
I haven't put his
Hey. Don't play with me about that.
I'm not. But one thing I am is a comedian. I'm not playing with you. See, now you're getting misunderstood. This is not a rap battle. This is not that. This is a motherfucking comedy show. And be clear, if I want to make jokes about something, I'll make jokes about something. Absolutely. And no, you're not going to tell me to shut the fuck up at my This is my Be very clear. This is
no way. Get it back.
All right, ain't no point in playing the rest of that. Like, he's a clown. You want to go play comedy? You went to a comedy club. You did a half hour. She got that ass. Like, she got you. You grab a mic, run up on the stage. You a clown.
Nah, I think. Well, for one, everybody in the whoever's in charge of that whole thing that allowed all that to happen are the clowns. That I feel like that went way too far. They should have stopped that immediately. I don't know. That put her in danger just because he can't take a joke. Like
he is the joke.
Well, right. He is the joke,
but
and he made himself look even dumber.
Well, I don't know, man. You know, I'm an avid T.I. fan. That's my guy.
That makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. You would be. No, but I think I okay. So I'm gonna go a different avenue. I feel it. Like, why you gotta make jokes about my charges and shit like that? Like, okay, we could compare it to the situation from last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I again, I
Mm-hmm.
would not have went on stage or took the microphone and did any of the shit that T.I. did. If I was that uncomfortable, I would have just left. Like, people play themselves. See, I don't have it in me to play myself. He does it like a fool, right? He does it like a fool doing all of that. All this explanation, all this extracurricular shit on social media just to come back and then they talk it out later or whatever the situation may be. I just think that's all stupid. Like, I understand a comedian's job is to tell jokes, and sometimes it might hurt. If you can't take it, then maybe you shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Like, everything's fair game.
All right. So just clarification real quick clarification. T.I. was there doing a comedy show. She said he did a half hour. His set was over. She went up on stage because she's hosting the comedy situation at the club.
Yeah.
She said T.I. was heckling her from the crowd. If you're heckling me and like you continue to go on, and she kept telling him to chill out, and he kept telling her to shut up and told her to take her wig off. Then she hit him with the, somebody check on him about his case.
Oh, well,
so
that's legit.
You jumped in there with some bullshit coming at somebody else. So that's not the same as last week. Last week is unwarranted.
Here's the thing. No. Let me jump in here real quick because I want to go by the criteria of my lovely friends who I love dearly, and by criteria, my friend TRPJ.com tell me if you and your wife are both famous, you're okay. So that's why he had to stick to that position right now. Like you said, it's a comedy show. Now he wants to be a comedian, and when he referenced, like when we discussed about him doing his stand-up prior, he discussed about him going to jail and his own thing. So now when another comedian brings it up, it's an issue. My only true issue is that he's a man charging a woman about it. My issue with Will was it was a man on a man. Now, if Tiny jumped up there and said something, they get paid. There's Love and Hip Hop everything and Love and whoever and all those shows where they pay for that violence. Now, T.I. getting up there, somebody giving him a mic to, harass her is weak. You know what I mean? And like I said, I like T.I., but so this goes to the thing about last week. Are we having an attack on comedy? No, because in general, everybody now is being so sensitive in society, but we'll jump into that a little bit where you can't say anything to anybody about anything. And that's the true question in the matter.
I think that's the problem. You can't be sensitive if you're antagonizing the situation. You can't antagonize and then you can't throw a rock and hide your hand. You jumped in there, take it.
So I feel what you're saying about him approaching a woman thing, right? And I didn't look at it like that because I look at it from the aspect of even though his reasoning, and especially since he created it, like you were heckling her first and she came back at you couldn't handle it. Right. That's cool. I didn't know that part of it. He deserved every bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But man, but if it's like just from any other aspect where you feel like you have to approach somebody, male or female, to check them over something you feel is disrespectful, I'm okay with that. Because the female is going to approach a guy if she's disrespected, and I think it's okay if a guy does the same thing to the female. It's not about throwing hands on a female or nothing like that. You can never cross that line, but you can use your words to say what you need to say if you feel disrespected or something like that. Because any normal person will, male or female, it doesn't matter. Agreed. I expect, like my wife, if especially if I'm not around and she's with her homies and some guy's being a dick, like, yeah, cuss that nigga out. Like, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, speak your mind and then call me so we can, I got you back. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just slightly disagreeing about, like, I don't think it was so much of him, unless she felt harm it was coming her way. Then that's a different.
Nah, she looked like she would have beat T.I.
I felt like she was like, she didn't care. Like,
I think
she was ready.
I think she
like, she was
I think she was comfortable enough because you see she was dancing and she didn't feel and to T.I.'s defense, he has apologized since and I know that apologies normally come with all the backlash when people say like, yo, all right, you can't do that. But like, she didn't seem as if she was like, again, so like we were saying with the Chris Rock thing, she wasn't doing anything that most other comedians don't do. And she felt comfortable in front of him to do it. I just had a problem with him, like, kind of rushing the stage and like you said, the security allowing him to get over to her that they could be possibly even in the conversation, because the situation with the allegations are serious allegations. Like you said, I mean, he never got charged for anything like he said, but if he felt that he still needed to get that close to her, you can have potential the potential of the same thing that took place at the Oscars.
Yeah,
and that security guard could have lifted
That's
him up.
facts.
So that was my thing. Like to PJ's point, like like for them just letting them have a mic and be around, like that's a little bit too much for somebody telling the truth. And then you want to be in this same field, so you got to be able to give it as much as you can take it. That's when you, like you said, Eddie. If you're good with your words, truly, all you got to do is be able to come back at her with something better that make her not even want to talk your stuff. But
see, that's the
shut her up and
my fault. That's the sensitivity of people now, though, and that includes him. That includes Will Smith. Anybody else that would do that shit. Because as I said before, like I want to defend him, but I can't. And especially now that Shaw pointed out that he was heckling her first. Like you're a clown. Then like I can't defend that at all. Like she held her own, and your feelings got hurt. And you're right, PJ. Like whoever gave him the mic and said it was okay for him to do that. See, that's the thing. You got to have security and shit like that to protect these people that's doing that type of stuff. If you're going to, because now you see where it's headed. People are going to start doing that now. Like people think it's okay.
They always have. They always have.
I mean, but it's just all right. So it's bringing more light to it.
Right.
So now you have an establishment that does comedy, and comedy is what it is. Let's be real. If it ain't about me, it's funny as fuck. Like let's be real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and that's the thing.
But you gotta make sure you're protecting these people on the stage, male and female.
But he's also there doing comedy, which is extra on top
security
of it.
dude go now, bro.
That's I think that goes back to PJ's point. Security dude standing right there at the stage. You just saying stop him from doing what he was doing.
This ain't his establishment or nothing like that.
Nah, he ain't got
it don't matter. But he's the security guard's right there, and then the thing that allowing him to slide past to get to the woman
because
to even approach her. You know what I mean? Right, because of his status. Because you see, he braces her and grabs her, and because he said she don't feel like he's a threat. You can tell she doesn't have nothing in her body language says that she feels that he can't. You know what I mean? She can't do whatever. But the fact that you still allowed him to get that close to her and the rage that in the set that he was in, the mindset is still dangerous. You know what I mean? So
for sure, absolutely.
So we done with her.
Well, hold on. Let me.
Are we done with her? But we ain't done with him, though, are we? Are we done with him? Does he have a special place?
Done with him.
Yes,
I know.
He has a special place. There's a special place for Tia.
Is there a special place for him?
There's a special place.
I don't want to put him on there yet.
Nah, there's a special place for your boy.
Is there a place for him?
There's a special place for your boy.
All right. I just want to know if there's a special place for Tip.
Yeah. We got somewhere happy. We got a happy place for Tip.
All right, cool.
So, moving off of this. So now we about to clown somebody. Because, we know how to take a joke. So we're gonna do this differently. Yeah, we're gonna do this differently.
None of us are sensitive.
So normally we would just like play a video, let it rock. This one we're gonna play. We'll keep our mics on so we can have our commentary as we're watching it. So as Bub likes to call it, let's tune into Paula's chicken.
Yeah.
Fried chicken day. Organic chicken. Clean. Many sorry chicken, and the ingredients: avocado oil, our seasoning salt, organic pepper.
So she's just gonna show all this right now.
For later,
basically, that ain't enough seasoning anyway.
Sorry,
ain't no garlic salt in there.
Really
nothing.
Important, of course. One of the most important things if you're gonna cook fried chicken is you gotta.
She's tripping, yo.
I've already seen some, but I got organic chicken. And I'm sorry, chickens. We're gonna eat you today, but I'm gonna make my mom's famous fried chicken. We'll get to just clean it with some cold water.
Yeah, that's what got me right there.
Get to frying now.
Cold water.
Cold water.
So now
Hey,
we put the organic
Oh man.
into a Ziploc bag.
First of all,
And you start
that
our
bag
back.
don't got enough tan
So
in it
just
for
put
me.
it
Like
in a whole
there ain't enough seasons in there.
Not too much, so
Yeah.
it cooks it.
Like
And
that shit, mama
like-
recipe using organic flour.
Move it around.
She had it wrong with the oil.
Okay,
Mo
you
put up
gotta
her shit
coat
already
that
wrong with the
chicken.
damn organic flour. And
And that is step.
There's
Right.
no organic anything.
So,
wrong with the avocado
we now
oil.
have
That's what she got it wrong.
138 chicken wings.
Why does she have so many bags? See, that's what she's feeling too.
So we're gonna
It's the
take a
same
moment
bag with
to
full of
bless the
seasoning.
chickens. Thank
Who
you
has
for your
multiple
life.
bags
Sorry we
of
had to
chicken?
take it. You're so
Ah.
dumb. Thank you.
She's trying to cook
Okay,
chicken
so that
cleanly. Let's
is
be
the
organized.
end. I
as I
got
cook
all
this
of them
shit.
in here.
Yo, I
Really
mean,
in school.
she's only putting,
And we're gonna
she's
put a lot
using
of
so
love
many
into
baggies
chicken.
for 2 pieces of chicken
Next
per bag. This is ridiculous. This is a fail.
Avocado oil in the pan.
Oh.
All right.
Yo, one, that ain't Crisco. It ain't no vegetable
amount,
oil.
but not too
It's
much,
avocado
right?
oil,
I don't
bro.
want no fried avocado oil chicken.
You don't want to soak them in the fried my fried chicken.
No seasoning
I
and
fry
flour.
them
Like
None.
half in the oil, and then I flip
She
them.
showed all that seasoning and didn't pour none of it on yet.
I mean, she got a good fried chicken pan, but this little process.
So, little cooking tip. This is how I know that.
PJ, are you not familiar? PJ, are you not familiar with the frying chicken process? Is this okay behavior? Is this okay behavior for you, PJ?
You see that? So we gotta wait a little longer.
I was wondering why we didn't hear him yet.
So I think
I was up here talking.
So it's doing what we needed to do. Boom.
That first of all,
Nice and
that
low.
ain't even
Okay,
popping.
let's go.
That stuff has
start with
to
our
disintegrate and
first
pop when you put that flour
We're
in.
gonna
Right.
put these in here.
She cooking,
Yeah,
she cooking that
that's
shit
how you
on.
know it's good. That's how you know it's good. We're good now. Okay.
That's how you know it's good. That ain't even frying hard enough.
Not at all.
Then we're gonna begin to season it. So just wait.
What was you saying, PJ?
Then we're gonna begin the season.
This step
No,
two.
Right.
Now the next process
Yo, Mo, that cookware pot is at least 250.
is
Oh yeah.
So you can tell by her sweatpants and
three
sneakers that she can't
ingredients
cook.
that I use for
This
seasoning
outfit
the fried chicken. My mother
Yeah, that's the setup too. Like, who goes to fries with a thick ass sweater on?
Pepper.
You gotta have the t-shirt. You gotta have the family t-shirt on, the family reunion t-shirt, or just that normal mom house t-shirt on.
So I put it
Fried
in
chicken.
Here we go. This is where it goes bad.
Lari salt.
We seasoning the grease.
Chicken gets enough.
Me either,
It doesn't look too much.
Season that grease.
Yo, that is
Fried chicken grease. Fried chicken grease. Is that like a broth or something?
But she got 13 bags to do this with.
All right.
Change the grease every
Wait
day.
for the next step now. Look, that's a good color. Because I'll probably flip it again. Because I want this side to get all of the.
She really was doing it. No wonder.
Right?
Season this side too.
But here's the thing. It don't matter.
PJ, it's in the grease already.
Alright.
Turn it back over in the
So
top.
now we repeat.
First of all, this whole
Okay,
process
so
is wrong.
these chickens
The
are ready
the flour
to go.
bags
Look
was
at
white.
those
When you
pretty,
have
they're
true
brown, they
seasoning
got
in your
little
flour,
crispiness on
them
it.
things are orange
And now,
and tan.
okay,
There ain't
I
no
just
white
gonna
flour.
put down some paper towels to soak up.
Like caramelized chicken.
Man, that shit like
disappointed. I'm so disappointed in her fried chicken, yo.
You're not. It's Paula Patton. You can expect that looks
Look
raw.
at that.
And
That- right, it's all red and pink in the middle. That's disgusting as hell. And see, after that, I'll be like, yo, you want to go to dinner?
that reminds me of Gina's turkey on Martin when she cut it and the blood came out. Like that's what that reminds me of.
There we
Like,
go.
Ain't no way. That chicken explains a lot about her.
So that's fried
yeah,
fried chicken.
no, it explains the fact that she didn't get famous by cooking.
Yo.
Like,
something went wrong.
I wonder if her mom called her and cussed her out after that. Like, how you gonna fuck up my chicken? You know what I mean? Like that.
Don't be embarrassing me on social
Right.
media.
Or is that why she's that thin?
Her mom
Because
said,
that's the type of
that
chicken you
ain't-
eat.
There's no
Bro.
way her mom used avocado
ain't my
oil
shit.
and organic flour. There's no
Not at
possible
all.
way.
And
I ain't
bro,
never did that shit
listen.
before.
Here's my thing. I get wanting to eat healthy. Like I'm all with her trying to eat healthy. But if you're going to fry chicken, just fucking eat fried chicken, though.
Yeah,
There's-
you
there's
can't
no-
make fried chicken.
there's no healthy way to
You
fry
can't
chicken.
make it
Just
no
do
other
it.
way. You're
Just
either
do
going to eat fried chicken or you're going to eat baked chicken. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's it.
Like, come on, dog.
It's either fried or you put it in the air fryer. That's as close as you
Nah,
can
here's
get
the
to that
thing.
raw shit.
When she sliced that thing open deep, and that thing looked like it still was connected. That looked like it just got disconnected from the joint, and it still had that red circle. You already knew that shit was over. Like, nah, that's when you just throw the whole pan away and be like, "Yep, what we got
Might as
dinner
well-
for?" Like,
she should have just made that that Atlanta what was it, that fried
the
that
shit
fried,
that they put in the microwave.
in the microwave. Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yo,
right, hard. That was the driest high ever. Hard. All right, baby, go ahead.
Oh man, like that's crazy, man. Like, I mean, I don't know what to take from that. Like, but in
I know what to take from it. Nah, this is
What?
why she's single. This is the reason why everybody that messes with her get worms. No one's figured out why yet, but
what? Why should they get worms?
they get worms. This is why. This is why we get
Oh,
worms.
that's definitely
For
why
some
they get
reason,
worms.
You know, Robin thick a little black, so he knows some real fried chicken. And her mom tried to feed him that. He was like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work for me. I'm going."
I mean, in fairness too, her response was pretty upbeat. You know what I mean? Like she's strong enough though that like her response was, "Hey, you know, everybody cooks their stuff different. X, Y, and Z." Like she took it all in stride though. Like you know what I mean? Like cool. It's
She
a
did.
joke.
She said she's gonna keep cooking it for her family.
Yeah, and then
keep her family
as she should. As she should. Like
she should.
We don't like it, but they might love it.
Yeah, she should keep the recipe, but she shouldn't cook it. She should give it to a chef and let them finish it off.
But seasoning it in the oil, that's just weird.
on top of the piece of chicken in the oil.
Right. That's
but it's like that.
Yo,
it's like
you
that
never
movie
know.
that
It might
T.I.
be
was in.
punching though.
It's like that movie.
Well, you go try it.
On the chicken grease.
I'm gonna try it, cuz. I'm gonna try.
Yo, go. Hey,
I'm gonna fry some. I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna do nothing. Listen, I'm gonna do absolutely nothing to the chicken. Dip it in flour, put it in grease, and then
no. First, you got to put it through cold water first. That's one of the secrets.
See, I'm not even against the cold water, cuz like honestly. So like when I'm washing off the
cold water.
Listen, when I'm washing off the meat, I clean that shit up till I don't feel no more icky. If that makes sense.
Nah,
like,
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what that means, Shad. Like, you know what?
Because one, if it already got icky on, it's already bad. That's the first problem. You should never have icky chicken. So that means you're trying to wash off.
Say icky.
You're trying to wash off the rotten. That's what it
right.
means. Yo, Mo.
Raw meat feels.
Raw
meat's kind of.
Mo's here. Mo, should meat be slimy?
It's not
slimy.
He
didn't say slimy.
It's not slimy.
He said slimy, sticky.
He said, I use my 6-year-old
like the
icky.
Nah, icky. Yo, Mo.
That's my 6-year-old's term.
Chicken should not be icky.
She would call something icky. You know what? I don't care about y'all.
You gotta
know what I mean?
So you just go.
Vinegar.
You go lump us all in there. I just said what you meant. Me and PJ just rolled for you. You said you don't care about it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't worried about you, Shaw.
Here you go, Mo.
That shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way to do it. Vinegar and water.
No doubt.
And it ain't cold. It's room temperature.
So that's definitely
pull the skin and feathers off. That's obvious, but I mean, y'all do realize that. Never mind. What's next? What's
so
next?
we definitely ain't eating no. We're not going to no cookout at Paula's crib or going to her house for dinner. If we go to dinner with Paula, somebody else has to cook.
Though.
Nah, because if she can't fry chicken, she damn sure can't grill it to perfection. Grilling takes more.
I just say she can't cook. Period.
Yeah,
she can't cook.
But she ain't famous for her cooking. You know what I mean? So she's good. Like that's not her special. She's smooth.
Yeah.
Oh man, what we got next?
Nah, we have heavy lifting now. We good. So you can jump into
so
that.
It's time to do some heavy lifting.
Oh, okay, never mind. Good.
No, we say the best for last because we got a couple people that we got some things for. Yeah. So tonight's heavy lifting, we're going to be discussing social media and the anxiety it causes. I mean, it can cause. When we say the anxiety, we mean things such as first, let's start off with asking everybody, is there an addiction to social media? How and why is there an addiction to social media? Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's an addiction because people nosy. Everybody wants to know what's going on in everybody else's life, and I think it's an escape. You know what I mean? It's just a way of looking at, because everybody's only going to post the good things. Right. I can't say everybody, but you're going to see all the good stuff, and you're just going to get engulfed in that. Like, oh, this is what everybody's living. This is how everybody's doing it, and compare yourself to it. I want to do it too, even though it's all fake.
So, I mean, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you feel like there's an addiction to social media?
There definitely is, and part of the reason is basically what PJ's saying is like people have an addiction. Like it gives them a self-worth. When I post, oh, I'm fly, I'm fresh, I post my picture, and I'm gonna get all these likes. Makes me feel special, important. Makes me feel wanted. You know what I mean? I'm not lonely because people are. I ain't gonna say they're fans, but you can look at it like that in your own head. If that's how you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? And so once you get on social media, because like, come on, man, we're all a victim of it. Because for so long, I was only on Twitter, right? And I didn't even get on Facebook until like probably 2014 or whenever you see one of my first posts. I was late to Facebook. Maybe it was 2013. Yeah.
Wait,
Oh yeah, I was late. I was late, cuz. It probably was 2012. It was whenever I came to New York. When me and wifey came to New York and we saw you and Mike. That was my first year on
That's
Facebook.
You got on Facebook?
That's when I got on Facebook. That was 2012, wasn't it?
It was a long fucking time ago. But it wasn't long enough ago.
Right. So yeah, like, but once my point of saying that is once I got on, now I don't post that much now, but in the beginning, I was always posting. I was enamored with getting likes. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I'm confident in me, but it just gives you that extra boost of confidence, like, yeah, they feeling that, or I might drop a funny line or a quote, get a bunch of likes on it, and it makes you feel special or some shit like that. Like at this point now, it's kind of different. You know what I mean? Like I don't look at it the same, because this is why it's bad with a lot of adults, but it's even worse for like teenagers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the attention that it brings to them, like people get to points without social media, like they actually take their life, cause like they can't be without it. My daughter is always on social media, cause like I have to get her off of there. Like give her a time limit. My 12-year-old, like, yo, all right, you on TikTok, and I think TikTok and Snap is her main two things. And I'm always like, all right, after school, you get like an hour or two on it after homework or whatever, and you got to be off at a certain time before you go to bed, because you kind of got to police it, yo. But the problem, it isn't just kids, it's adults too. These people, you see it every day. We know, you see the post, we know you in real life. You're being something you're not on here. But I don't really care. You can be what you want to be on social media, man. It's just, at the end of the day, like, it's needed. It's addictive. You're going to keep doing it. People are always going to do it. It's going to get worse. It's going to get, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't going nowhere. It's here. It's around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Sean, what's your take on addiction to social media? Do you think there is one?
For a second, I feel like I just said a bunch of nothing. Did I make sense?
You said everything you said made sense. You're good.
I know I tell stories and I go off to the side story and come back.
You gave good reference. You're good. You're
good.
Okay, good.
So I think the addiction part is real, but I think we should like go back to how it started. When internet first got big, Yahoo chat rooms is where it was at. So you went home from school to get on the Yahoo chat room. The downside is you was using the house line to be on the internet. So you only had a little bit of time in the first place. So you're talking, that's the first interaction of talking with strangers. And it's, you don't know who these people are, but you're interacting with them. And it became addictive just knowing that you're talking to somebody in Brazil or somebody that's in France or somebody that's whatever. Y'all in this chat room together, y'all cool. The image part started really fucking up with like Black Planet. Black Planet like gave people like the face to go along with this personality. So then it's like you can create this persona that may not be who you are because you're really a college student, but you're putting it up like you this grown dude talking to whoever you're talking to. That's where popularity comes in. Instagram fucked it up for everybody because Instagram became all about image. It's no longer about substance. It's about the look of whatever it is. And then people start to get that gratification from the look. So if you're good looking, that's all you're focusing on, is being good looking. If you have money, all you're focusing on is having money. If you don't have an attribute, say like, you know what I mean, you're a big girl. You find out people love the big girls. Oh, I'm big girl crazy now. Everything is about me being the big girl. It's just, it took it to a place where everything became about the visual and it's no longer about the substance of a person. And I think that's where we're stuck at now because you're competing with these fake lifestyles of other people that you think is real. And then now you're comparing your life with that and trying to figure out like why you're not on the same level as this person's fake persona. That's where it's getting dangerous at.
And that's real.
And see,
that's
for
where
me,
it affects the kids. My fault. Go ahead, cuz.
And see, and that's what I want to hop in on, like to Shah's point. It's the like because he touched on something that was key. We grew up when the internet was becoming a thing. So it's a natural evolution of technology. So that's where the curiosity stems from. Like you said, we were in chat rooms, different things. You know, like that's why we have catfishing still going on at an all-time high. But the curiosity of being able to know that, man, I can actually really get online, see if there's someone here in X, Y, and Z place. Oh, that's what it really looks like. You know, and it's the curiosity. And I think it's not necessarily sometimes a bad thing because there are, like, we've also evolved with online shopping, different things like that. But like you said, the problem is everybody being so attached to want to look like and do everything else. It takes out so much of the mystery that we used to have before, where you would have to do some of the work. Like now, when we were coming through, there was Midwest slang, down South slang, West Coast slang. Now everybody uses the same slang because now there's no true competition. Everybody just wants to be like X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And I think like now everybody's just like, we had influencers then, you know, like, but you would just see them on TV because there was only one outlet. But now people are really trying to make sure that you get the blue check mark so it can give you some extra validation so people will do what you want to do.
And you do whatever it takes to get that check mark.
And they do whatever they want, which goes into like our next point. Like part 2 of the question with this is, how much is the instant gratification and the need for validation killing us and hurting us as a society with this social media aspect of everything?
That's a great question. So
TJ thinking hard, yo. You see his face.
the wheels is grinding, huh?
He said, damn.
Right. I wasn't ready for that.
Right.
Yo, do me a favor. I'm sorry.
Let me
ask that question one more time. Ask that question one more
No,
time,
no.
bro.
So with the instant gratification, the need for validation, how much is that hurting or affecting us as a society? Because everything now, you know, we come from you got to grind. But then we see a lot of these people who have circumstances, like, again, these influencers. Because growing up, we had posters of people that were influencers, or we had people that we believe, you know, like you would see the imagery because there were only certain outlets to see these people. But now a dude like Shiggy can become popular because he did he liked the Drake song, people follow him, and then he becomes somebody, you know, but like people are doing things like you said, the TikToks, the different things that allow people to become popular. Is it killing us with like our normal human interaction, or the need for validation? Is it killing us as a society? Because we're also parenting these kids.
I think it's dangerous.
And that's a disconnect. Okay.
I think it's dangerous because it's like you have this group of people who are ready to do whatever the next thing is bigger than the last person to get more likes than the last person got. Yeah. So everything is, yo, film this, record this. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna jump off of this shit and see if I make it. Dude did a backflip off the mountain. Let me see if I can do the same thing. It's like you start doing dumb shit that is, in a lot of cases, like life-threatening. Right. And then when something happens, you know, it's always like the parents come back and be like, oh, it's because of this other person he was watching on Twitter and they encourage him to do it. It's like, at a certain point, you got to stop doing dumb shit that's not you. And it's a lot of people who live in lives now that aren't them because you subscribe to this like in this crowd that you built around yourself, and now you can't not do it because your followers are that important to your day-to-day. This influencer shit is crazy. These motherfuckers are making a lot of money.
Right.
Hashtag everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Right. They're making a lot of money. So now it's like you have to continue making that money, and you can't stop. Once you get on that influencer status, you can't pull back if you're not like a super celebrity. Like people like The Rock, and they can do that shit. But if you're like a regular person, you can't stop. You got to post 6, 7, 8 times a day. You got to interact with these crazy people that you don't know. But you got to deal with it. That's just, it's dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, but it's another way to make money, right?
It's a way to make money.
It's a job. So if this is going to be your job, and you know that your job is dependent on having more followers and more likes, because the more followers and the more likes you have, the more endorsements and things that you can get, the more money you'll make.
Right.
And that's where I was going at with it, like, because not to cut you off, just to chime in on that real quick. That was the other point I wanted to hit with it, because you look at it like what we're doing. Social media can help us. You know what I'm saying? Like social media can get us where we want to go with doing this whole thing here. You know what I mean? Like you said, people can make money off this thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of those things where it's just like any old like alcohol or something like that. You got to use it responsibly, because advertisement is like, because of social media, advertisement is great. You know what I'm saying? Like you just look at the athletes and other things, like, you know, like somebody that has a deal with Red Bull. Like I don't have to necessarily do a commercial. I could just get on my phone and show myself drinking a Red Bull. You know what I'm saying? And go live on any platform while doing that. So that's the positive spin to it. You know, like it's dangerous, but you got to be responsible. That's why.
Well, at what point is it dangerous? What point does
like Shad was saying?
At the point when you start going too far, it's like you got a lot of.
I'm gonna jump off a mountain without a parachute because somebody else did it. But I want to prove that I can land on this helicopter. I don't know. You know what I mean?
But not even that. But when I say dangerous in the fact of like when we think about influencers, because there's people that also naturally don't like people. And when we say like you're seeking validation from a crowd of people and you're in society, and like to Shad's point, a celebrity can still have protection. But if I'm trying to make a following and I'm regular Lawrence walking around, you know, the way, but I'm known for doing these different things, there might be someone that's offended by me that's actually into this field and not getting the notoriety. There's regular people. We see people getting assaulted all day for different things. You know, like that's been a continuous theme. So to get likes, there's always dislikes. You know what I mean? And there's
it becomes it becomes I just do that on social media. Like that's not really how I that's not really what I think. I just do that because that's what that persona is. But
did you see the girl on, like there was a girl that had the court case, her dad killed the boy in Florida because of she does TikTok videos and her dad's a retired officer and she would do videos, but the boy, like teenagers, but he got fascinated with her. He came down to the home, tried to break to the home. The dad killed the boy. You know what I mean? Because of the infatuation and idea, like, oh man, she's like my age, but she, you know, and that's what I'm saying. Those are some of the dangers because that's a stalker. And you can have that without being an influencer. Yeah. But if you're putting yourself out there to be like, oh, I'm every person, I'm doing this type of stuff, you're making yourself even more susceptible for people to recognize you that you won't recognize. You know what I mean? Like you got to keep your head on that much more of a swivel.
But what I think you're not taking into account is that influencers now are celebrities. And some of them are A-list celebrities. You know what I mean? And of course, all of them are going to be A-list celebrities. There's B-list celebrities and going on down. But they are actually true celebrities. And just like celebrities, just like how the way celebrities, people break into their houses or show up at their gate it's the same thing is going to happen with an influencer. So it's the same exact thing.
I think it's different. Like there's a small number of people that are considered influencers or on celebrity levels. Like you could be an influencer with 5,000 followers. It's just once they start paying you, if you get a Fashion Nova thing to like go put on their clothes, it makes you technically an influencer. So now it's like, how do I now take these 15,000 followers that I have and get to that 3.3 million follower status? What do I have to do to get there? How far can I push it and make it to that point? How much clothes do I have to take off to get to this point? Like if I'm going to do this Fashion Nova thing, do I start naked and then end up in clothes? Do I end up in clothes and then come out naked? It's like, it goes to the extreme to where I saw a video like some white dudes riding through a hood in Compton like it was a blood territory screaming Crip shit because they wanted to get likes talking about we about that life. Like you're going to get killed. Like that shit's dangerous. You're doing this to like get followers and get people to be like, oh, they crazy. That's just not safe.
Yeah, like we have these trends and these trends and everything going viral because like you said, these hits. And like that's part of the danger of it, PJ, because like for us, we can disconnect from it because this wasn't always a part of our life. We're raising children now who are in this situation who tend to, this is all they know. Like this is like, you know, like they're growing up and this is what they have. Like we talk to them about like you said, Shad said, dial up. That sounds ridiculous to them. Like they're growing up with phones in their hand. Like remember when we got caller ID in the house on the house phone? It was like, oh my God, you know what I mean? But now, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I know who's calling my house. But now we have a phone, we have it all in our hand. And we can record, you know, make video snippets. We can edit it all on our phone instantly. So I think like, that's what parts, and I think also the bullying aspect from the things from school. Like you keep seeing these things in school with these bullying things because that's the new wave too. These kids get on social media now, whereas if I talked about you in school, when I see PJ tomorrow in school, we gonna have some words. You can post a video and it can go viral with your whole school before within an hour, and the whole school has it, including the teachers. So that's the dangers of some of these things, that being so readily available and people so willing to just do anything, that it can cause even more anxiety to these people that are out here in every aspect, because it puts the teachers, the school on high alerts. We're having more shootings, and then think about it. How many shootings and school shootings have been prevented because of this thing going viral? Because the kid wants to make a manifesto on, when I go into school tomorrow, I'm going to do this. So then they're able to catch it. You know what I mean? Those are the dangers of it, because everybody wants to have these things. Go ahead, PJ. Go ahead, Eddie.
And you still got to worry about the same old person trying to get at the young person online. Like that's never going to get old on that. Yeah. So if you have a kid who doesn't if you have a kid, if you're not minding your kid's usage online, some random person on TikTok or whatever could just request them as a friend and start talk to them personal, because you can talk to these people with the personal message. So saying certain things intrigue their little young mind, and they end up making some type of dumb mistake that ultimately gets them into some shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can't fault them because they're young and naive, and like you said, this whole social media thing, like everybody just wants to be popular. Everybody wants to, as my daughter say, everybody wants to be popping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right?
It's like you got to worry about that still. Like that's all. That's that's the dangers of it, cause like it's a negative and a positive to it.
Like
our spin to it is going to be positive, because we're trying to promote something. Promotion is always great. It gets you where you want to go. Go ahead, cuz.
To your point, real quick, Eddie, because you brought up a key point. Like me, you, and PJ have kids. Real quick, how do you feel about your kid with social media, PJ?
So, go ahead.
Go ahead, PJ.
Which one?
You have,
it's a natural part of. I mean, it's a part of what they do. You know what I mean? And I do think they get consumed by it.
Do you monitor it? How do you monitor it? Do you monitor?
I mean, at this point, no, not as much, because they're older. You know what I mean? So it's not as, it's more so, instead of actually monitoring their actual accounts, it's making sure you have that dialogue to be like, look, this is what life is. Life can't be in your phone all the time. It can't be, you know what I mean? What you see isn't real. You know what I mean? So it's more about having the dialogue as opposed to monitoring their accounts after you get to a certain point. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you kind of set an expectation of like, this is imaginary. Don't necessarily believe everything here, but you don't necessarily go in and just follow their accounts.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Or look at their things. Okay. What about you, Eddie? Because you got, PJ, you see, that's another thing. You got boys. Like, you got girls, Eddie. So how do you find that? How do you?
Okay, for me, my oldest, my 19-year-old daughter, I'm not monitoring anything. She's an adult. Like, I just want her to be safe, and hopefully she's dealt with this social media thing long enough where she understands that she has to just protect herself. So, it's not really a thing. She's a young adult. My son, who's next, is 14. My only concern with him is, you're right, it is different from girl to boy, because with him, I don't check him as much. I ask him what type of stuff he's into, what he's doing. We have a certain trust level where I'm trusting what he's telling me is true. The truth always comes to light. I always tell him that. The truth will come out. And it's on social media. Somebody's going to see something, and then it's going to get back. You know what I mean? So if you're doing something stupid, I'm going to know. So cool. I trust. Bing. Now, my 12-year-old daughter, she's the key one, because my 6-year-old is not on social media yet. My 12-year-old daughter is the key one, though. She's the one she's enamored with being on the phone just in general. Like, the phone is her thing. Period. That's minus the social media. All day long, it's this. All day long, it's in the phone. I'm watching Netflix. I'm on TikTok. I'm something about the phone. All right, cool. Distracted. She's distracted from, which is it's a whole little thing, because she gets distracted. She can't, or she's getting better with it now. Let me not play her. She's getting better with it now. But she would get distracted not being able to do chores. And it's like, oh, you didn't feed the dogs. Oh, I forgot. Oh, or something like that. And it's like, damn, because you got off the bus and you was in the phone for the last 3 hours. But not to go too far off, you know what I mean? Because I could talk about this forever. But I just want her to be responsible, because like she tells me we have this thing now where she tells me I got to request from a private page. She knows don't accept nothing like that. Or even if you see some guy who's 38 years old, you're 12, there's no reason to accept that. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows, what to look for, and that's all I want to install on her. Like I forget if it was Shad or PJ. I think it was PJ that said it. you know, it's a way of life now, right? We can't do nothing about it. We can't prevent it. We can't get rid of it. I just want to give a certain, I want her to let me know that she's making the right decisions on there. She's not doing nothing stupid. You know, you see all the time the things that even unfortunately young ladies do on there. You know what I mean? Showing things and things like that. I don't ever want my daughter to think like it's okay to just like show her breasts or something like that online. Like, come on, for attention. Like, I'm not judging anybody that does that. Do you? You know, but that's an adult thing. That's like if a grown woman wants to show her breasts, fine, show your breasts.
Right.
But not no teenage girl. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing that because you see somebody else doing that. And so I want her to, like PJ said, this ain't, you know, you want to let her know what's real and what's fake. Like, you don't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go all the way there with the social media thing. Like, enjoy it, but be responsible about it. But
see me, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to actually say something, but I just realized it's going on to what I think what the next part of it is if we're going there.
Yeah. So real quick, I just wanted to change because my daughter's 10, and like you said, in this society, people are all over it. She's not on anything. Like, they check out TikToks a little bit, but she plays Roblox a lot. What I do is it's my phone. Technically, I don't care that it's her phone, but it's technically I'm paying the bills. So every day when she goes to school in the morning, I go through it. You know what I mean? Her Roblox rules, and like my 8-year-old son, he has it. Their rules. If I don't know them, they can't be your friend. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't tell me like if they're your school companion and y'all share it, cool. And you need to show me that they're your classmate, that's it. But there's nobody that, and that's the approach I take right now. I'm sure as they get older, it's gonna be more intensified because I don't trust people enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I care about my kids enough to know that kids, no matter how much you tell them, they can still want to do some different shit sometimes. You know what I mean? Because curiosity can always supersede sometimes, you know.
Yes,
so
that's
I think that's where you just want to make sure that you wean off some of the dangers, and like especially with my daughter, like you said, like to the effect with boys, because like you said, they're, you know, so you definitely want to do that. And then like one of the next parts of the question was like, do you think like social media is making things like interactions awkward, and how much of social media is too much at this point? Like, you know what I mean? Like for instance, PJ's not really on it as much as the rest of us. Like, I think a lot of people like to look, you know, you can look at stuff, but like some of us use it a lot more than others. So how much is too much? Is there a decent, can there be a true like ration? And does it kill your normal interaction? Because I see a lot of kids are socially awkward, but I think that's because of this social media thing. Like,
it's
you
not
know,
even just
like
kids. It's a lot of fucking awkward ass adults walking around. Like, you know what I mean? You could be sitting in the same room with somebody, and they'll DM you on Instagram. You're like looking around the fucking restaurant, like, is that dude at that table in the corner?
but here's what really makes it awkward. Let me just say this and let you finish. Here's what really makes it awkward for me. I've become friends with so many people on social media that I then met later or ran into after the fact. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it's weird because it's like, do I say what up to this person? Because they don't know me for real. Like, we're just friends on social. We may like each other's shit, but we don't have a conversation ever. We never converse.
Right.
So then I see you in real life, and it's like, you know what? I'm just not. And who I am, I rarely like to speak first anyway in that situation because I want to test the waters. I want to play myself. I could be, you know, we could talk. I converse with anybody, but I don't want to just be like, yo, what up, bro? We've been friends for like 5 years, but we've never seen each other in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and that's the thing. It's like these people, they don't know your real name. Like, they call you by whatever your handle is, and it's awkward as shit.
What up? I am Suave.
like, nigga, I don't know you. Like, it's crazy. Like, for me, for instance, like when I was in LA, I stopped like tagging where I'm at while I'm there. Because we was at a restaurant and like this dude came up and was like, yo, I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, all right, cool. He was like, yeah, I saw you tagged you was at this restaurant. I was close by, so I figured I'll stop through. Nigga, I don't know you.
Wow.
Like, it's like that's
danger.
It opened up my eyes. Like, you can't just be telling people where you're at because you have no idea who these people are following you, where they're coming from, what their intentions are. So now if I'm anywhere, like, I'll post whatever after I leave. I'm well at home. Like, you'll never know I'm there while I'm there. Like, that's not happening. I turn the location and shit off, all that. But it's weird because people, they don't know how to separate social media from real life, and that's where it becomes a weird space, because you're looking at this social media thing. Motherfuckers, they know my dog, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like Miles, like, how the fuck you know my dog's name? Like it's weird shit like that. But it's like I watch too much TV. I think that's the second problem. Like I watch shit like Snapped and Stalker and like the CSIs and all that shit. Like I watch that because that's what my mom did for a living. So it's like I watch that kind of stuff, and it's real. Like people, they can't separate that reality from real life. Like it's that social media thing. That's where some people really thrive, and they have this different persona there. And then you meet them, and they're awkward as shit, and it's a different aspect of that person. So it's just, I don't think people know how to talk to each other anymore. It's like there's no conflict resolution. Like everybody, you know what I mean? You can have beef with somebody in public and it'd be cool and watered down. You get home, get on Instagram. Now you popping all kinds of shit off and making threats. And then you see the person again. Now it's the problem. It's just, it's a different life. And people like use that fake life like it's their real life, and there's real consequences in real life. That fake life don't got. Like getting blocked on Instagram is different than getting shot in real life.
So let me intertwine and let me plug. I just want to plug these comments real quick because we haven't really read none off. My fault.
Get business. Nah, go ahead.
He hosted. Let him go. Go ahead, host.
So I ain't gonna go too far back. I'm gonna start at Janice Martinez. Hope I pronounced that right, love. Apologize if I didn't. Too many people trying to emulate and imitate the detriment of real human connections. She also said kids don't know how to have actual conversations and talk and text out loud. That's real. Monisa, and I just want to give a shout out to Mo, because if there is a such thing as top fan, I'm gonna have to get out the Mo Diggity, my home girl.
Yeah, Mo and Janice here every week. Like,
but she's more than a fan. She's actually extension of the show. Like you liable to see her face in one of these episodes. Well, the past you did, but talk about moving forward. But anyway, I feel like people overexpose themselves trying to get internet famous. I don't want to see a video of you eating a burrito with a spoon. That is funny as shit, cuz eating a burrito with a spoon.
Right. And that goes to the point. Like people do so many stupid things just to get like recognition, validation.
It's crazy.
What else you got, Eddie? What else on there?
Two more. One from Janice again. Y'all see how Cardi shut down her pages because fans went all the way left over her Grammys. Yeah. I did hear about that nonsense, which is crazy. And then Mo says there are a lot of parents who don't talk to their kids, so they lack conversational skills. We definitely had family discussions with my dad. That's from Mo. So
yeah, we did.
Real quick. Y'all know Cardi lives down here. She posted her crib on Instagram. Everybody in Atlanta knows where Cardi lives, to the point she has like armed security guards outside of her gate chilling. Like everybody know where Rick Ross live. Like there's armed security outside a house chilling. Everybody know where Tyrese live. He ain't got no armed security. They just stole his car like 8 times. Like it's you. If you don't have the resource to protect yourself, like you can't do certain shit. Like all these celebrities that live in Atlanta, everyone in Atlanta knows where their houses are. That's fucking dangerous. Right. So you piss somebody off on the next episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, they rolling up to your crib. Like they can't separate that fake life from real life. That shit is scary. All right, now you can go, PJ.
It definitely is. Like
I didn't know where we was going at.
We were like, but PJ, we were just discussing like how much social media interaction is too much, you know, and then like has it really made a lot of society awkward at this point? Like, do you like when somebody really sees you in the street, do they say, "Hey, real PJ"? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that really what you expect? Some like, nah, but how would you really feel if somebody says that instead of just saying like, "Hey, ain't you the real PJ?" Like, how would you take that?
That would definitely be weird, but I think
he'd be like, "Oh, you a fan?"
But I think it goes back to like how Eddie was saying, you know, you may not even truly know these people, or you know them to a certain extent, and then your friends on whatever social media platform, you see them and you start to think that you know them a lot more than what you really do. And then when you see them in public, you're kind of like, oh, yo, there go. Oh, wait, hold on. Now I don't really know them for real. You know what I mean? And it's like, do we speak? Do we not? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, are we cool? Yeah, I mean,
do he
nah,
like?
but it's like-
do I
it's
like?
like
Do I
people
like
die.
enough of his pictures? Do I like enough of his pictures? Do he like my pictures enough? It's like, are we
Right.
cool enough that I could just go, what up? Like me,
I just
when
want to
see
put
people
out
that-
though real quick, cause if you see me out and we never met before, but we're friends with social media, you can speak to me. I'll chat with you. Trust me.
We know
But
you
go
don't talk
ahead.
to people.
We definitely do know your talk. I speak to people.
You don't talk
Like
to
I ain't gonna,
strangers.
I ain't gonna
don't.
hold you. Like if I see somebody that like we're on social media and we're friends, like if we catch eye contact, I'll say what up and just go off at whatever vibe it seems. Like if it seems like they want to talk, cool, we can kind of bug a little bit. But if it's just that eye contact, just acknowledgement, because we go like each other's picture type shit, like all right, cool. But like I don't necessarily need to go down that avenue of like, oh, we go forge a friendship or something like that.
But this is the weird part though.
No new
because
friends. No.
this is the weird part. You can follow somebody on Instagram, right? You can like all their stuff. You can comment on all their stuff. Y'all can be like laughing back and forth, whatever have you. You'll see that person in person and be like, oh, that's.
Mm-hmm.
And then get home and be like, yo, I think I saw you at the grocery store.
Yo, that's true though.
Why did you say
Hold
so?
up, happened to me before.
I wasn't sure if it was you or not, so I didn't want to embarrass myself.
Because you ain't see this big ass smile on my profile pic.
But Shad, people ain't approachable, and that's sometimes to play devil's advocate. It is easier to be like, yo, like I ain't want to just run up on you with your wife and kid while you in the grocery store, even though I see you with your kids all the time. I would just run up on you and be like, hey, I am Suave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you? I am Suave. Like, or hey, how are you, Bub Cow? You know what I'm saying? Like that's different. Like,
should you even be friends with somebody on social media that you're not going to speak to?
Everybody's friends with people on social media they're not going to speak to. Like, there's
not
like,
me.
All right, for instance,
like I
how many
unfriend
followers you
people
got?
all the time.
How many followers do you have? Like, let's go followers. Do
On
you know all these
Instagram?
people?
On
Your followers.
Instagram?
Nah, your followers. Do you know these people? Do you know
Most
all
of them, because most of them. Me, the way I do it, like I'm that person. I'm private with my stuff, and I'm this person. If you send me a friend's request, and after like 2 weeks you don't like nothing, and I don't know you, I think you have an ulterior motive. So guess what? Back to the wall of block. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just won't see my stuff. Like I'm that person.
Are you seeking validation then, based on because
like
you didn't like your stuff?
No. When I don't know you,
kick it back out.
Nah, because we all they all send you the thing where it says, "Hey, people you may know," and you may have seen people, because that's another thing with social media. It has allowed you to see people that you may not have seen in years, or that you know that share mutual friends. All right, cool. But if you send me a request, what are you requesting to do? Just look at my page, because it's private. You know what I mean? And everybody has personal things behind the scenes that they have that you don't necessarily even put on social media, to like we were saying before. So are you here to look for someone else that I don't necessarily have a vibe with, or are you just there because you want to be that? Because that's also the thing you have to be mindful of. You know what I mean? Like, because people catfish and steal pictures and all different types of shit all the time. There's different angles you have to play.
It takes nothing if you're following somebody on social media. Mm-hmm. If you see that person, you go up to them and be like, yo, I follow you on whatever platform it is. I love your content. And then walk away. Like, you don't got to become, and I think that's the problem. People take followers as friends.
Right.
They're not your friends. They're a follower. Like, which means they like your content. They don't know you. So regardless of what I post up, like, you don't know me. Like, you know my post, but we're not friends. Like, we're not cool. No, you can't sit down beside me and drink with me. Like, I don't know you. Like, I'm good. Like, we're cool. It's just, it's weird. Again, people get invested in social media. Like, you really know these people that are following you, and you start treating it like you have to give them more of you all the time. Like I gotta respond to these messages. I gotta read all these messages. I gotta make sure that I like this person's picture. Like I don't know you. It's not that serious. And that's to me, like I have a thing with my phone. My phone at midnight every night goes in do not disturb mode. It stays in do not disturb mode until 7 a.m. There's like 4 people that can break do not disturb mode. But it's like at a certain point, you got to tap out and just like be in your real life situation. I don't sit on Instagram all day. I got schedulers that like scheduling apps that I like put the post in to set up to go post whenever it's supposed to post. I don't sit on my phone. I honestly, I love moments when I can leave my phone somewhere and go. Like I don't like being attached to it. And I think people are attached to that ding and that like and that notification saying someone else liked your picture and someone else posted something and you got to run and go look at somebody's live. Motherfuckers being on live just be sitting there talking while they eating, talking about nothing. Like these oodles and noodles, y'all, this chicken flavor, this is rocking. Like,
yeah, but that's also like, but I think also with the way society is now, that's just the way people kind of vent sometimes. So some people take it that way, but some people take it more serious. But for me, I know like my content on my personal page is my personal content. Like one of the reasons I'm even on social media to the aspect is because I have a lot of older relatives that are on sides of the family that I don't necessarily see, but they can get to see my kids. And I don't post them as much, because I don't go to all the interactions because my kids are growing. So they have other things. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like people have different reasons for why they do different things on social media.
Absolutely.
So then that's why you also got to be mindful who and how you let see what you want. If you're not really there for, like you said, influencer status or anything like that. So I just think in a nutshell, the best thing to do is just be mindful, of what you really want and what you want to have put out there for social media, because
it's not oversharing.
Right. So we want to wrap this social media part. We still got one more thing to do before it gets too late.
Because this is what happens. You overshare, and people are chronic oversharers. And at a certain point, it's like you can be, again, an influencer and you rise that level, do something dumb, and then you crash. Or you can be somebody who just does a lot of oversharing, or you just feel like your opinion is that important. And now you have a lot to say and nobody's agreeing with you. And that influencer status, it rises for some people, but it falls for other people. So for us, when we have people that have irritated us on social media and irritated us in life, and they're oversharing or they're just doing too damn much, and we know if we were like at a table somewhere, you wouldn't be sitting with us. Like you're not our friend. That's our block list. So when we put someone on the block list, it's because you did too fucking much. And now you're irritating us and we don't want to talk about you no more. So you're not allowed at the table no more. Our first block list candidate was blocked before we even had a conversation about her. So she does the most all the time. Always has a political viewpoint.
I just want to make this official for everybody. So what we're speaking of right now is we want to let you officially know, for people who have caught different episodes of the podcast but never knew what we were discussing, we are now discussing what is the criteria for the official GQ podcast block list. So far, there are 4 live participants. But guess what? If you tuned in tonight, you might have just tuned in and might see some new participants added to this list. So Shah's going to read off some of the criteria. Just pay attention to who these people are and let us know what you think about these people.
All right. So the first person, Candace Owens, she pretty much rubbed me wrong with the Donald Trump support, the bagging on black people all the time. Always got something negative to say. She talked about Eddie's best friend, Kobe. I mean, not Kobe, LeBron.
Yeah.
She talked trash about him. She popped trash off. She was down here at the hip hop summit or something, and Killer Mike got her ass together. She always got something to say, and her shit's always invalid, and I just don't like her anymore. So anybody got anything else to say to Candace before she hits that list?
Nah.
One down. Next person on the list. You know, we talked about these two last week, Will and Jada, and the toxicity of their relationship. And again, somebody oversharing. All their issues came out at the red table. When you get on the red table and you decide to put all your shit on the table and then get upset when people start talking about it, and you continuously go back to that red table to continue talking about your bullshit problems, we don't want to talk about you no more. So, anybody got anything left for Will and Jada before they go?
I do. Bro, I'm still convinced that the shit is fake. Why? Who doesn't know when you put your business out there that is the age of social media? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't know that people are going to take it and run with it? You can't get mad after you let everybody know your personal life. And why does she think she could say that she did something with this young bull and Will was going to be okay with it? All right, I got it off my chest.
Here's the problem. That's the thing. None of that would have ever came out if August wasn't going public saying what was going on in their private life. So before that,
young bull enamored with, infatuated with Jada Pinkett Smith. Like, but you did that, and he's another famous person. What were you thinking?
What
you weren't thinking.
Hey, can we just shut up about them? Because I'm over them. All right,
I'm sorry.
Can we just put them official now? But for the record, like PJ said, now when Red Table Talk comes off,
that's it, right?
just like that X sometimes where you had that weak moment, you might sit there and listen to the conversation. So when Red Table Talk comes, we might unremove that block for a moment to see what it says. But if not, we can definitely put them back on. What you got to say real quick, PJ?
No, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay. That's it. They might
content right there.
They might get unblocked for about 3 minutes, and they're going right back in.
But the thing about it is, should they not even go on the block list then?
Nah, they got to.
Yeah, they definitely on
the bye.
Yeah.
Our next contender. I had a moment this week because I tried to figure out how to maneuver in this young man's life. College Dropout was my shit.
Oh my gosh!
Like that is for me. College Dropout is a classic album from start to stop. I don't skip a track. I like the interludes, everything about Kanye in that era. I think it was like a game changer for the industry. It was somebody being themselves, being authentic. He wasn't trying to be no thug. It was just
he?
Nah, he wasn't trying to be no thug.
I know.
He wasn't thugging. He was like, you know what I mean, this is my everyday backpack, like gummy bear, teddy bear life. Like it was just, I'm gonna tell you my story. And it went from I'm gonna tell you my story to I'm gonna make a new story, I'm gonna write this novel, and here comes this movie, and I'm flying to the moon. I can't do it no more. Like I can't fool with the Ye, the Yeezy, the new, like once he left school, like once the school series was over, I was done at 808s and Heartbreak. Like that just I was through. Like
you mean like My Dark Twisted Fantasy?
Nah,
yeah, that shit was fun.
That was his last good album, I think.
That's it. I was done like in the Kanye's College Dropout series was like the In My Lifetime Volume 1, 2, and 3. Like it's just that was it.
What you gotta say, Eddie? Look, are you trying to hold him back from going on the list?
Nah.
What is it, Eddie? What is it?
Because you know, Kanye's due to drop a fire ass album. Like he's due. I feel like he has one more.
Is he?
Before he
No.
Yo, bro.
We thought that was the last one. We thought that was going to be gay.
No, he's going something. I don't know. Something. Maybe somebody else is going to take over, and then he's going to drop this hot ass album, and we're going to want to talk about
I don't
it.
believe it.
And I think because
Bub
of that,
Bub made a very good point.
Let's do this. He can go on the block list, right? We ain't going to. We're done with the. Let's say this. Let's do this. We're done with the Kim Kanye shit.
No.
Kanye. We don't
I'm done with Kanye. I'm done with him.
I don't want to hear no more about him stalking his ex-girlfriend. I want to talk about the music. I love music.
Ain't no music.
There will
Yo,
be.
I don't want to talk about Kanye, period.
Can we make an agreement? If he drops a fire album that we all agree that is fire, he comes off the block list.
Yo,
to talk about the album.
I got about 3 more out. Good.
I'm sure he's going to work you on his legal team because that was excellent points. But just like Will and Jada, for the moment, if they have a fire course he'll come off the list possibly if his album some shit that we didn't see coming.
But it ain't gonna happen.
But we know Will and Jada's gonna talk at the Red Table Talk, so we know that's gonna be some stupid shit. So they're gonna get 10 minutes of, and Shaw's gonna put them right back on the list. But so Eddie, what's your last thing before this dude goes really on the list?
His TMZ rant did it for me.
Yo, Eddie,
that was my closing.
Eddie,
closing chapter.
How many pairs of Yeezys do you own?
0.
All right, then. So there should be no problem. Should be no problem blocking.
I'm not worried about the sneakers. I'm talking about the music.
Sorry, Eddie.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Before you blocking, I want to.
Too late, cuz. Too late, cuz. Too late, cuz.
He said, wait.
Baby, please, don't put it on.
Oh God, man.
So there's our 4 block list participants right now. But just for tonight, we can't leave it there for y'all. Because you tuned in tonight and we love you, we have a special new individual we're putting on the block list. You got it, Shaw? You gonna let them know?
I got it. Because we gotta talk about it first. It's been done expeditiously in the qualifications of his manipulation personality.
Not my God, yeah.
We're done with the bullshitifications of persons.
Not my guy, yeah. Not my guy.
Expliciticities in his big words and his bad music. He's the king of the throne of the South of one corner, and we're done with his ass as well. So Eddie, you can gratificationally put your dude on some Marsyphilis and get him back out of the
is
world.
like top 5 one of my favorite artists. Like out of my favorites, he's top 5 of like my favorite. Like I fools with this dude. I understand why you want to put him on the block list.
Why?
With it.
No. Why do we want to put him on there? Just for the
Same as why everybody was on there. It's fatigued up. I want to keep hearing this nonsense. Plus, like he played his stuff this last time around. He super played.
It ain't just the last time. It's the last couple of times.
I mean, I was cool with the comedy though. Y'all didn't like it. I was cool with it.
The comedy's trash.
I'll go to a T.I. comedy show.
His outburst.
No, you won't.
Nobody wants to see him on Versus.
And go live. Look, cousins.
For instant gratification, huh?
Look at me. Look where I'm at. I'm living life at the T.I. show. Nah,
hey, PJ, man. You think he deserves to go on the list?
Heck yeah, man. I can't stand T.I. Never
you don't like nobody.
Where do you think T.I. lives?
Yeah. So Eddie, anything else before it happens?
R.I.P. T.I. You my guy, yo. You got one supporter in the Q Law, and I think Bug support you too, bro. We with you.
Well, y'all can go join him on the ban list. Only tip we acknowledge is Tim Drill.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. So we got 5 as of now, people, and we forgot our old good friend Ted Cruz. We don't got the visuals, but don't worry.
He's gonna get a whole confirmation here next week. We got Ted. We're gonna take care of him.
All right.
We're gonna take care of the old Teddy. So what y'all got? We're gonna get up out of here. Wait, before we go, I need to get some motivation to my weight loss challenge friends. You know what I mean? If y'all dropping in their DMs talking about what they need to do to lose weight and how they need to change their diet, this is for y'all.
Yo, people jumping in my DMs talking about, yo, man, do this, do that. You could burn more calories if you do this, if you do that. I ain't asking for no motherfucking tips, nigga. All right? I asked you for no tips. I asked you for support. Whatever I do, you stand right there and you motherfucking support it. Go, fat boy, go. That's what I'm asking for. I ask you, nigga, who are you? Who are you, nigga? Who are you, nigga? You work for the Saints? Huh? Who are you, nigga? You a trainer. We all know you only do that to get next to women. Don't talk to me. Support me. Actively Black. Actively Black is what I'm wearing. I'm on my 7th mile. Ooh, it's going nuts in this bitch. Don't fucking talk to me about motherfucking burpees, nigga. Burp your babies. Burp your babies, not me, nigga. Bye.
Yo, that was funny and violating all at the same time. Can we put him on the block list? Can we put him on the block list too? Do we got talking tough and being greasy at the same time is a weird combination. Like, so can we put him on the block list?
Talking about burpees, burp your baby, nigga.
You can't be working out, taking deep breaths and sweating and talking greasy at the same time. That shit is kind of stupid.
Yo, I was bugging watching that earlier. So
that's
you know what I mean? If y'all got tips for our boy Eddie and Bugs on their weight loss journey, don't give it to them. They don't want to hear y'all tips. They want to get through their challenge and do their thing on their own.
Yo, Bugs, I'm gonna bust that ass, cuz I'm about to hit it real hard, real quick, yo.
Yo.
If you listening, you will hear this. You mark my word, bro. It's on. It's on. It's on. You hear what I'm saying?
That's the best shit Mike sound all night.
Really?
Nah,
get into
yo,
it?
stop. No, you're fine, cuz you're good. I just want to make sure before we get out of here that
comments though, real quick before we go to last bit of the comments.
Get it.
Okay, so Steve, Young Sos, aka my guy, says I will not stand for this shit. I'm assuming when I was trying to defend Kanye and Tip, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't standing for that shit. So I think he feels like they should just be blocked and fuck them. But I don't agree with him. So whatever. But then we got Janice. She says T.I.'s drama overrides the music.
Absolutely.
Well, he ain't making. I agree, but he's not making music, so I ain't even look. I'm looking more forward to Kanye's music. And Tip might be done. He's going to comedy. He's at the hell with music. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make motherfuckers laugh using my big words.
That's not gonna work.
Monisa said Ted Cruz and Tim Scott on the block list next week.
Tim
And,
Scott.
yeah.
Tim Scott.
I kind of like Timmy, yo.
Nah, fuck him twice. You know what I
He
mean?
tries.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, he don't. Like,
He's
fuck
a,
him.
he's a punk at times, but
You know how I feel? You know how I feel? They could both go on the block list because Tip and Kanye on there, so put them motherfuckers on there.
They are nowhere.
Well, first of all, Ted Cruz is gonna be on there because
near a Tip and Kanye level. Like he do some dumb
but
shit.
Ted
They ain't
Cruz-
nowhere
I don't
near
care.
But
I
Ted-
don't care. I don't care. I ain't defending nobody else. Screw that.
but Ted Cruz
Look at this
is
last one.
but
Say
My
fuck Tim
fault.
Scott and his gums.
Can we add Marjorie? This is from Janice. Can we add Marjorie Green? What's into the ban list? Yeah, fuck it. Add them all. Fuck Tim Scott and his gums. That's from Mo.
We'll definitely-
add
we'll definitely
everybody.
discuss-
Matter of fact, put the whole Q on the block list. Fuck it. I don't care.
you lying.
know what I'm
You
saying?
can't
Yo,
you
my
can't
man,
block
son.
this.
Yeah.
You can't block this, cuz.
I'm about to turn this
But
mic
listen,
off.
but listen,
Oh, you gonna mute me?
I definitely want to say that we go definitely take into consideration what some of y'all said for some of these people. We discuss
sure.
it. You know what I mean? Like going forward. But Ted's already there, so don't even worry. But we gonna look
Don't
at
even
some
worry
of these
about that.
people.
Ted gets
He earned
confirmed
his
next
spot.
week. He gets confirmed.
But we appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you tell a friend, and y'all rewatch the episodes. Hit follow, hit subscribe. Like you said, we go hit y'all with more content. And like you said, we here. We ain't going nowhere. We only getting bigger, better, and going up from here. Go ahead, PJ. Say that popular shit.
You just
Talk to the
told them-
championships up.
You just told everybody
Go.
to follow us on social media. After you just talked about how dangerous it is.
Yeah. Listen.
If you see me in the streets, nigga, you don't know me. It's like, nah, you
Obviously,
can speak to me.
obviously, as you can see in real life, the real PJ don't really like y'all. But see me, I'm a friendly guy for real. Behind the mic, you know what I mean. I got, you know what I mean. So,
Hey, come say what up if you see me in Walmart. I'm gonna holler at you. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna converse a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, get with me.
what else y'all got before we close out, Sean? Like, you know what I mean? Like anything else? PJ, Eddie, y'all got something else?
Nah,
I'm
man.
good,
I
man.
love
This
all
is-
of y'all, yo.
But shout out Stephen Boogs, who wasn't here with us tonight. Six-man
definitely.
team, championship talk all day. That's what we on. Like, so anything else?
Nah, I love all of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is always fun to me. This is my getaway. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the club. I'm partying with the Q right now, baby. Let's go. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
You know it.
Hold on. All right, so go ahead, PJ, so I can do my bubble bath bullets.
Nah, I just said, everybody follow me on my Yahoo chat.
What?
Real PJ. Yeah, I got a new Yahoo chat line going on. So
Okay.
He said
Take
follow
that
him
back.
on AOL Room the Real PJ. You got to get the only way it's an exclusive. You still got to get the DVD and put it in your disk drive.
And you
It's
can
only
dial
available
up
on
to get
dial up.
Okay. So as we close out the show, it's important to make sure that you know that social media is a gift and a curse. You gotta use it the way that it is intended to be used. Make sure that you are enjoying your friends and your family, enjoying your kids, be responsible. Being an influencer is a great thing, but be yourself, because being somebody else.
I said, man.
You can always fall into the wrong crowd trying to be something that you're not. You know what I mean? So as Bubble Bath Bugs for my closeout, I want to make sure that y'all know that, you know what I mean, it's love.
Ooh, yeah.
It's always love, and we always want to do this thing the biggest way we can. All right? So social media is your friend, but don't let it overtake you. All right? Q-Lot out.
Q-Lot out, baby.